Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. A little bit of a frustrating week this week. Had a couple of horses run really good races without sort of winning, you know. I think there's probably 4 horses out of the stable that sort of raced this week that could easily sort of win their next start. So young Duro, he was really good. They just sort of caught him late, dropped him back in grade and back in distance, and that sort of worked really well. So we'll do the same with him this week. Really nice staying horse called Lucamore. I thought he probably should have nearly won, but he just cost himself the race. He hung in quite bad the last 50 metres, and so the rider just couldn't get at him. He wasn't beaten far, but I still thought he went really well. Little mare Hayley Stever, she ran sort of 5th or 6th and was well beaten, but I think when she gets over a big trip, she'll be pretty hard to beat. Sort of where will we take her? Chestorius was pretty good. Just the race didn't pan out for him. He sort of got locked away and sort of got out sprinted, but he's going to be pretty hard to beat his next start. So there's probably 4 or 5 horses there that are right around about the mark. Okay, runners this week, kick off today actually, going down to Warrnambool with this little girl called Little Miss Gutser. Probably gets her chance today. Don't know it's a slow track, so I'm not really sure how she'll go on that. Doesn't give me any reason to sort of see that she won't handle it, but she's one of those really awkward rating horses. She's only a 60 rater, and as much as she was only beaten a couple of lengths in a city race last start, you know, 5th is probably not good enough. You need to run a place to sort of get a penalty, so she's probably going to have to go back and win a little country race before she gets up in grade, so that we can run her in a half decent race. I think she's probably a midweek metropolitan sort of graded horse, but she just needs to win a race. So we'll take her down to Warrnambool today. Hopefully she goes really well. Saturday, Bendigo. I'll take this little girl called Avada first up. It's going pretty well, this thing. I think it's going to be better when it gets to 2,000 metres, but we've just sort of training her a little bit fresher than we have in the past, and her trials have been good and her gallops have been sharp, so I think she'll be really competitive over 1,400, but she's probably realistically, I would say, sort of 3rd up over 1.25 miles will be her go, but don't be surprised if it doesn't run a real slashing race on Saturday, because I think it's going really well. Okay, Bendigo Saturday, take little Halo Bell to another little 1,000-metre race. Now, she won really well the other day, goes to Bendigo, so she goes up in grade, and she's an interesting horse because she's drawn barrier 17, but I actually don't mind that with her. The worst thing that can happen is her to draw a good gate, get locked in behind them, and not have free air. She's much better sitting 3 or 4 wide and sort of running into the race rather than sort of being locked away. So you don't often like horses drawing out wide. Certainly barrier 17, you probably would pull the pin, but I think for this horse, it's probably not a bad thing. So it's Halo Bell at Bendigo Saturday. Okay, Sunday at Horsham. I might back up young Duro. He was really good at Benalla over the 1100. There's another nice race at Kilmore, Horsham on Sunday, so I've accepted with him there, and I'll have a look at the field, and if I think he's really bright, I'll give him a gallop this morning, and he worked up good, so if he's nice and bright tomorrow, well, we might contemplate backing him up. He's pulled up great from that run, so I just think he's going to keep getting fitter and fitter, and I certainly think the 1100 suits him more than the 12, which is what I've been doing. He just gets 64 kilos is his problem, so it's a really hard sort of thing for him, but he seems to have worked up nice and sharp this morning, so we'll see how we go. That's young Duro at Horsham on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday at Kilmore. I'll probably run this horse Mauser first up. I thought he's had 2 jump outs, and I thought his jump outs were good. His gallops have been good. He's just been a little bit dull in the coat. I haven't been really happy with him. He's only just been eating, so he's just hanging in there. So I've just sort of held him back about 2 weeks, and he now just seems to be catching up with it all. He was gelded after his last prep, and I just reckon it's made him a little bit soft. He's a timid sort of horse, yeah, he's just going to be interesting to see how he holds up during the prep. But I didn't want to take him to the race unless he was spot on. 1,200 metres first up. We actually won his maiden over 1,700, but I just think he's probably going to be a genuine sort of front-running 1,400, maybe 1,600 metre horse. But his work's been really nice and sharp, so he'll no doubt be very competitive over the 1,200 on Sunday at Kilmore. Geelong Cup Day on Wednesday, probably only going to have the one runner, and that will be Melitus. He's probably on face value a little bit disappointing, his first up run the other night at Cranbourne. But the jockey said he just didn't get round the tight track at all, and they said get him onto a bigger track. So we're going to take him to Geelong and run him in a 1,700 metre race second up, which should suit him. He just needs to train on. I'll give him a nice gallop on Saturday morning, and hopefully works up nice and sharp, and he'll be ready to go for next week. So that'll be Melitus on Geelong Cup Day at Geelong Wednesday.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse, a horse called Avada. Nice sort of promising stayer for the stable. We probably learned a bit about her last prep. Probably just better off maybe keeping her that little bit fresh. She seems to run really good fresh, but then her form sort of tapers off a bit. So I think it's certainly the best that she's looked since she's been in the stable. She's nice and strong. She looks, her coat's incredible, and yeah, I think she's in for a good prep. So we'll kick her off at Bendigo over 1400, 0 to 58. So we'll start her off at a nice sort of low base and hopefully work our way up and hopefully up through the grades. But yeah, I expect a really forward showing on Saturday. Hopefully she's just hitting the line strongly. If she can run into a place, that'd be super, and then we'll go up in trip and just keep her on that little bit fresh side. And I think she's a filly sort of coming into summer that she can string a couple together.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Old Ziggy was probably a little bit disappointing through the week, but he's had a great prep, so he'll probably go out for a really well-deserved break. He's had a massive long prep, so he'll probably go out and probably set him for a few of the country cups in the summer and maybe through to the autumn. But he's such a good boy. He tries really hard. He's probably been in work a little bit long and probably a little bit disappointing on face value. But anyway, he's pulled up really good from it, which is the main thing. We're going to be pretty busy this week. Going to go to a few different spots. Probably Mauser, I think, will go pretty good on Sunday. Young Jura will go good. Horse Avada, I think it's going really well, so it's just not a 1400 metre horse, so I think it'll go really well fresh, but at end of the day, it's probably third up's going to be its go. I think Little Miss Gutser will go well today, so, you know, really good chance to probably have 3 or 4 really good chances through the week. Just a little bit stiff last week. I thought we had a few horses that just, you know, could have easily won without sort of, even thought a horse called Come Along Jeffrey went really good at Donald the other day, and he probably just ran into a really smart one. So horses are all going well, we just need a bit of luck to sort of get a winner. Till next week, see you later. You right here? Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. You right, you ready? Ready? Yep. Don't eat it, Zig. You can't eat that. You can't eat the microphone, Zig.